Yeah, with that, hello, welcome back guys to 911 scale. So still, yeah, very white background, I would say. I will figure something out what I should do here. I think a nice model car display is appropriate, right? What do you think? Make sure to comment below. For now, it is going to stay white until I'm going to figure out what to do. Yeah, and this video will be great. We have another huge 112 scale 911R and here in a 118 scale 911R. So this is only the third time on this channel we had a 1 to 12 scale model here, and these are so massive. It's so beautiful. And yeah, the 911R here in its presentation spec in white with the red stripes, silver wheels, here with black wheels, which is not actually the presentation spec, but yeah, it's very close to it. And yeah, the 911R is such a legend. And if you want a 118 scale model, yeah, you have to look a bit more online and have to dive deep into your pocket, because there are only 911 pieces of these here, 500 of these. But the 118 scale model is definitely the much rarer one, trading around 300, mostly more than 300 euros actually. The 1 to 12 scale model is actually kind of the same price. This one sold for 350 euros, going to another follower. By the way, these models are not mine. These were landed to me by 2 different followers. So big thanks to you guys. The community is so amazing, lending me so rare models to make reviews and pictures for you guys. So awesome. But the 180 scale version, if you not want the presentation spec, that's not a problem. There were made so many different versions of the 911R. So yeah, and with that, let's grab the camera and get up close, because these two are so beautiful. So let's start with the 1 to 18 scale 911R in the perfect presentation spec. The other one, the 112, will be a bit different, but here now, look at this beauty, isn't she wonderful? So the presentation spec, we have the red stripes here over the top with the white paint, which is a very classy look, and the black stripe here on the side. And there are many other white versions with red stripes or something like that, but they never got the black stripe. So if you really want the perfect presentation spec, this is actually the only model you can have it. Here on the front, the LEDs are so nicely done. There even is some mesh over it, which is a big difference to the 143 scale version. There, this would obviously not be possible. Then we have the indicator here, which is a nice decal, and we have the standard xenon lights here with the 1 beam headlight and the black surroundings, which is very nice. Also here on the front, this is obviously the GT3 front. We have all the meshes installed, which looks very cool, and we even have a mesh here, and the headlights washers are here in black. Very nice details, as you would expect it. And then on the side we have the silver wheels, which are distinctive to the presentation spec models, with the center lock wheels and a Porsche crest inside, which is really cool. Behind them we also have the carbon ceramic brakes with yellow calipers, which look perfect, and also the surface of the brake disc is nicely done. There's some paint on it, which looks really cool. And we also have the little tire valve here, which is perfectly done here. Then, as I told you, the black Porsche writing here on the side, obviously the door handle, which is really nicely done, and then the white door mirrors, which is nice, and we also have black window surroundings. Then the rear, the party piece of the 911R, since it has a 4-liter 500 horsepower GT3 RS engine, things not so well done. The mesh on top of the engine with the 911R logo think could be a bit better made. Also, this third brake light, I think it is red on the real car, but I'm not that sure. Also missing is some mesh here on each side of the double pipe exhaust, but otherwise the rest is so nicely done. We have the rear lights, which look really good, these reflectors, which will look really good. Also the slats here are really nicely done. The double pipe exhaust is cool, and also the Porsche writing, and even some mesh here below the rear spoiler, which is overall a really nice model. Yeah, and then the interior, we have the tan bucket seats, the 918 Spider seats with the tan leather on them and the Pepita inserts, and yeah, you can see the 911R logo in the headrest, the silver seat belts, the silver stitching, which looks really nice, and so does the front of the interior look. And here you see the steering wheel from the GT3 RS, and also the instrument cluster is very nicely done. We obviously have a 6-speed manual transmission and the PCM delete, so there is no PCM screen, no infotainment, just this hole. And with this is, I think, a really cool detail that they spec'd it here for the model car, which is, yeah, I think it's really cool. And we also have a lot of carbon fiber inside, as you can see it here in front of the passenger, which is also a really cool detail. So, and now the 1 to 12 scale. It's such a huge model again, so that you can see the edges here of my photo box. Yeah, and this here, on contrary to some other 112s, I think has a really cool bottom plate. It is first of all white, and then it has this carbon fiber here below the model, which I think is really cool. It also has a metal plate, but it says only 1 of 500, so it does not have the individual numbering, but it has this wonderful 911R logo here. Then the model itself is a bit different, as you can see. First of all, it has black wheels, which would be silver on the other version on the presentation spec. Then it has carbon fiber door mirror caps. It has the PLS LED double beam headlights, which is different. And also this model gets a Porsche item number with WAX, which means that this is an exclusive manufaktur model car. So I guess this model exists in real life as a car. It also has the Porsche in here in red, which is also really cool, but this is not the exact presentation spec if you're looking for that. But I think from a model point of view, this here is much cooler and looks so much better. Am I right, guys? Again, the LEDs on here on the 112, it's even better than on the 118 scale. The rest is pretty much the same here in the front. We have some mesh here, we have some mesh there. The Porsche crest looks really cool. We also have black surrounding for the headlights. The headlights itself look also really good. And we also have a very nice decal here for the side indicator, which is also really good. But now here on the sides, this is a big difference. First of all, the door handle looks so much more detailed. Then obviously carbon fiber on a 112 looks always so much cooler because it's so much tinier. Then the Porsche here in red, and then the wheels and the brakes. Oh my god, guys, these look so good. The Porsche crest in the middle on top of the central reel hub looks great. The lock itself I think could be a bit sharper, but otherwise the wheels really have some depth into them, especially here at the rear with the fat rear tires. You really have some depth inside the wheel. The brake caliper is so detailed. You can even see every single clamp and the pistons inside, and even all the little locks here and nuts and bolts for the carbon ceramic brakes. This is just so awesome, and the brakes are also completely drilled through. Yeah, and then the rear and here again, this is transparent, so I guess this should be also the same on the real car. And then the mesh here on top looks way better. The 911R logo looks so much better. The rear lights are again very nicely done. We have some mesh here, Porsche writing there. The reflectors on the other hand, I think they could be a bit better made. They don't have this reflective surface inside them as on the 118 scale version. The double pipe exhaust is also here, and we have, I think this should be a number plate holder for the US market, so maybe this car is actually in the US right now. Yes, and then the interior, which is I think pretty much the same spec as on the other car, which means we have the 10 leather seats, the 911R logo and all that stuff. But here we have on the front, on the dashboard, we have a very nice leather stitching, which looks really good on a 112 scale version. Yeah, and then the interior of this one is actually much more detailed and different. First of all, we have the steering wheel with some stitching inside the steering wheel, which is really nice. And then we have obviously the 6-speed manual, but we have the PCM screen, which actually has a 911R logo on it, and also we have here the 911R logo in front of the passenger, which looks really nice. The carbon fiber, which looks awesome, and you can really see every single detail, every single switch and knob, which is so nice. The gear lever even has some leather stitching, which is just awesome, and the instrument cluster on a 112 scale. Wow. Sure, on a 1 to 18 scale you can see everything, but on the 112 scale it is just so much more easy, and every single number is there. The clock even says 911, which is so awesome. It says even 911R above the clock in the instrument cluster. And also the rear of the bucket seats is completely carbon fiber, which is just awesome on a 112 scale. It looks so much better. So guys, these two were definitely worthy of making a review, right? Points wise, if you're interested, the 112 scale gets a 36 out of 50 and the 118 scale gets a 37 out of 50, which are very high scores indeed, especially considering at such a high price point they are getting low price scores. And this is also the case with these ones. If you want to see the detailed scoreboard and also all the different category scores, the link is as always down in the description below. Yeah, and with that, that's it for this video. If you like these two models, make sure to drop a like down below. Head to Instagram, there are some pictures online, and join us on our Discord server to discuss them in detail. There are a lot of great collectors on that server, so make sure to join. That's it for now. Alla, ciao!